Hello and welcome. I am making this video in response to the theory making its way around the internet that the Revelation 12 sign in the heavens marks the exact middle of the tribulation period. I intend to show with Scripture that it is not 1,260 days from the beginning and 1,260 days from the end. It is in the midst of the tribulation period according to the book of Daniel. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate. The next thing I want to do is connect the abomination of desolation out of the book of Daniel to Revelation chapter 12. We're going to do that through Mark 13:14. But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing where it not ought, let him that readeth understand, then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains. Revelation 12, we see the woman flee to the mountains. Verse 6, and the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God. And verse 14, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into a wilderness. So we see that the woman flees into the wilderness in Revelation chapter 12, just like Mark 13 tells her to, when she sees the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet. One of the reasons I don't think the Revelation 12 sign is the exact middle of the tribulation is because of these 2 verses. Joel 2:31, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And Acts 2:20, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before that great and notable day of the Lord come. If we go 1,260 days before the Revelation 12 sign in the heavens, we end up on April 12th, 2014. To get to the next nearest solar eclipse before this date, that happens on November 3rd of 2013. That's over 6 months before April 12th, 2014. The nearest blood red moon to April 12th, 2014 happened 2.5 years before that date, on December 10th of 2011. Daniel chapter 12, verse 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. What this means is that the start of the tribulation should be 1,230 days before the Revelation chapter 12 sign in the heavens. If we go back 1,230 days, that puts us in the middle of May of 2014. And what that does is it gives us a blood red moon less than a month before that. This would be the one on April 15th, 2014, the first one in the tetrad. 2 weeks later, we get an annular solar eclipse on April 29th, 2014. These 2 eclipses then fulfill both of these verses. This is a screenshot in Stellarium. We are viewing this from Israel on September 23rd, 2017, and it's after 7 p.m. in the evening. And I want you to notice that the moon has not gone into Libra yet. What this shows us is that this is now the next day according to the Jewish calendar. It goes from sunset to sunset, and this has started the next day already. So we are now into September 24th according to their calendar. In Jerusalem on September 23rd, 2017, sunset is at 6:34 p.m. What this means is that the Revelation chapter 12 sign in the heavens is still happening for almost another hour. If we take September 24th, 2017 as the start date and subtract 1,230 days, we wind up on Tuesday, May 13th, 2014. If we subtract 1,230 days from September 24th, 2017, we wind up on the 13th of May, 2014. This just happens to be Second Passover. Second Passover was given to those who could not offer their sacrifices on Passover because they had come in contact with a dead person or if they were on a long journey. So God gave them Second Passover 1 month later. Now wouldn't it be just like the Antichrist to sign the covenant with the many and Israel, telling Israel that he will protect them and do it on Second Passover?